We are here for the double header, the first match. It's the Chakala Derby for people who know where it is. In Mumbai, there is a place called MIDC Chakala. It's Maharashtra Industrial Development Corridor, but then in the case of the IPL, it is Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Capitals.
MI versus DC.
MI versus DC, MIDC. So the big news that we are giving you is that Delhi have won the toss and chosen to bowl. But there are very, very interesting team changes in both teams. There are three major changes. But let me tell you first up, Mumbai Indians, welcome back Sky, because Suryakumar Yadav has returned to the Mumbai Indians setup, and it is because of that Mumbai now assume a real potent edge in that sense. And if you look at it, today's game, yes, that's a special occasion for the Mumbai Indians. 18,000 school kids are going to come. I think it happens every double header.
Yes, and every
weekend.
year.
Yes, wherein from Neeta Ambani's Reliance Foundation, I think there are children who are given free passes to come to the IPL, and then they come and cheer their team on. And today the reception for Hardik Pandya was pretty good. I mean,
But that also might be down to the fact that I think a majority of the people who are there were those school kids. A.
Yeah.
B, it's 3 o'clock. You'll see a lot more fans filter in later.
or maybe because it's kids today, which are 18,000. Maybe the fans don't want to set a wrong precedent.
No,
to
fans
kids.
can set whatever precedent. I think it's because right now a lot of the major fans, the hardcore fans, would not be trickling in at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
It is a little bit warm. Let's be fair.
Little bit warm. Let
I'm
me
being-
tell you,
I'm being
you have been
polite.
very polite, because in Mumbai it is absolutely steaming. It's 40 plus, and the humidity is also there. And that's why, boss, I would not want to be near the Wankhede or anywhere in Mumbai at this point in time. But yes, I'll be saying the same thing about a month later in Delhi, because from May onwards here, this place is as close to hell as it can be.
So yeah, it's still fine right now in the Delhi NCR region. Mornings there's still a pleasant breeze.
Yes.
But give it time. Once May hits,
Oh, then we all have to shed tears of blood then. So, okay, let us look at Delhi Capitals first, because Rishabh Pant did state that he wanted to bowl, and chasing does become easier at the Wankhede at this point. It's not a night game, because the night game we saw swing and bounce like as though it was the Waka. And that's why Delhi Capitals. Let us understand this one team, but a huge blow for them. No Mitchell Marsh because of injury, and that has impacted them. David Warner, Prithvi Shaw, that will be your opening combination. Abhishek Porel at 3.
because of
Rishabh
course
Pant-
Mitch Marsh has dropped out.
yeah, Rishabh Pant is your keeper captain, but I don't know about that, because Tristan Stubbs is there, Aksar Patel, Lalit Yadav, Jai Richardson, Andrich Notier, Ishan Sharma and Khalil Ahmed. Now this bowling lineup is coming off a 272 in the previous game versus KKR. And if we look at it, why we had only 2 persons in the frame, because we wanted Harshit to get time so that he could cheer on his Delhi instincts. But what we have seen here is just a cap.
Okay.
I know that there are 2 debutants who are handed the caps for Delhi Capitals. Were you the third?
See, I had that totka, right? See, when the jersey doesn't work out, you switch to another merchandise. It worked out when I got that flag, which is right here. I switched back to the jersey in the previous match. We know what happened then. We almost saw records being broken, an unwanted record. So maybe another change of gear, maybe change of merchandise brings change of luck.
Okay, so Harshit's thinking cap has been put on here at this point. But luckily,
I think the franchise also has put some thinking cap on this time around, because looking at the 11 today,
I know.
it gives me some sort of an impression that some thinking has gone into putting together an 11 today, which in comparison to some of the other 11s that I've seen does make a little bit of sense today, given that you didn't have a Marsh, didn't have a Kuldeep. Those are 2 things you couldn't have done anything about.
But why would you get in a Jai Richardson? Because my thing is, if you wanted to have a kind of a like for Marsh, it would have been Jake Fraser McGurk. Fraser McGurk is a top order bat, has been very aggressive. Some of the shots that he's played, some of the innings that he's played has been just looking like a wow. But you don't pick him, but you've bolstered your bowling lineup on a Wankhede feather bed. So you've got, 4 foreigners are already there. So there is no chance that substitution will be either a Fraser McGurk or anybody else. Okay. Kumar Kushagra and Jai Richardson have been given their maiden DC caps. So today Kumar Kushagra might be your impact sub.
Not might, he will.
He will
He's
be.
the only option.
He will
The
be.
other option
Lalit
would have been-
Yadav gets subbed out and Kumar Kushagra.
Why Lalit?
No,
Lalit gives
Lalit
you a
won't be
batting
subbed
option.
out. Lalit's a decent bat.
Then Ishant or Khalil.
Ishant Khalil, or again, once again, one of the batters once they're out and all, who knows?
No, you would want a big batting lineup because see, Warner Shaw will open, Porel will be your number 3. If Kumar Kushagra comes in, see, he's a wicket keeper.
Khalil could be the
Khalil or Ishant will be the
Khalil.
one subbed out.
Yeah, exactly. One of those guys will be the impact sub out.
Yeah, because see, I didn't understand the Jai Richardson thing honestly. Because for me, I would have involved a top order bat, and Ishant and Khalil were delivering the goods in the couple of games. If you look at it, against Delhi, against CSK, Khalil bowled well. Against Kolkata Knight
So
Riders,
those two are there, na, anyway.
then bolster your bowling lineup. You need bolster your bowling lineup.
You'd
na?
have bolstered
My-
it in theory with Lalit Yadav, but again,
Yeah.
my point is you could have actually, you already had enough pacers.
Yeah.
I think having a Jake Fraser-Maguire could then give you a wrist spin option, which you're solely lacking with no Kuldeep.
Yes.
So again, with Kuldeep Akshar performing a decent spin axis, maybe Fraser-Maguire and Akshar could have been those people. But again, I don't see anything particularly wrong with this lineup. It's the best that they could have done given circumstances. They don't really have a like for like for Marsh. Because again, Marsh is a pace bowling all-rounder. So do you have another pace bowling all-rounder? No.
The problem also is you don't have a like for like replacement for Kuldeep Yadav. There is Praveen Dubey, but I rather have a Jai Richardson, who at least I know his numbers in the IPL haven't been inspiring enough, but at least comes in with the reputation of being a T20 specialist. At least in some games he's done well for Australia. At the moment when things aren't going right with the ball, especially the leader of the bowling attack in Andrik Nokia is struggling really bad. You thought after the first couple of games he would, correct things and he would be back in his groove. He's still taking time as we see. So perhaps I think the bowling did need bolstering. Khalil again showed you that he found the right channel to bowl the game prior to the previous one, but last time around a little bit of swing on offer, windy conditions, and the ball went astray everywhere. He was spreading the ball across, spraying the ball across all over the pitch against KKR. So I think I'll take this 11 to begin with. I would have wanted to see a Jake Fraser-Maguire given his inspiring numbers. You look at that strike rate since 2023, an excess of 160. He's no mug with the ball also. Delhi must have found a way, I think.
But then you are batting till number 9 in this game.
Because Tristan Stubbs scored that 50 in a lost cause, I think he did enough, let's say. So there's 2 knocks from Tristan Stubbs that you've seen, and like we were saying all along as well, had he failed to get runs the other day in Visakhapatnam as well, then Fraser-Maguire would definitely have come in. But Fraser-Maguire would not have then batted where Tristan Stubbs bats.
Correct. That's part of the problem with replacing a Stubbs with a Fraser-Maguire, right? Is that then you're again rejigging your batting lineup.
Yes.
So ideally, if you're replacing him, it should have been for a Marsh, at worst a Warner. But I don't think you're dropping Warner yet. His form has been decent, so it's been fine. That way, you're talking about deep batting lineups. Let us take a look at this Mumbai Indians playing 11, who have also, by the way, made 3 changes. I'll tell you the changes, then talk you through what the 11 looks like. The changes are Quentin Mafaka goes out, Romario Shepherd comes in, Dewald Brevis goes out, in comes Mohammad Nabi. Finally, good God, thank you very much. And Naman Dheer drops out, and in comes only one of the best batters in T20 cricket in Suryakumar Yadav. Now, what does that make the playing 11 look like, and why is it I said that this batting lineup intimidates me? Look at it. Opening, you've got Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan. 3-4 will be Sky and Tilak bases on who gets out. Hardik Pandya captain at 5. Then you've got Tim David, Mohammad Nabi, Romario Shepherd. That is batting till number 8.
Actually, till number 10 they bat.
Till number 11. Your number 11 is Jasprit Bumrah. That's my point. Number 8 is your proper batting. Then you've got a Piyush who you know can get you valuable runs. You've got a Kurtzi who you know can tonk a few. And then you've got Bumrah,
who can hang in and also tonk.
Very deep batting lineup. Very, very deep. And I think now finally we're seeing that from MI, that they figured out that, listen, our balance was off. What was happening too often was that you were batting till 5-6, and after that you had no one coming in.
Kurtzi would be the last recognized batter.
Exactly. Now you've got in, see, with the changes they've made, and this is the advantage with bringing a Sky back. I think one of the reasons Brevis was playing was because they didn't have anyone, or they didn't have that much faith in anyone anchoring that middle order. You needed Brevis. Now with Sky back, your middle order takes care of itself. you can bat deep. Because again, if you've got Shepherd coming in at 8 and Piyush at 9, dear God, that is a deep batting lineup. It's also actually corrected another major problem of theirs. Nabi, the spinner, is supremely underrated in T20 cricket. I know, finger spinner, but he can be economical. And more importantly, because bowlers tend to sometimes try and get after him, gets you wickets as well. Also, can sometimes bowl in the power play and give you a different option. So, very, very useful player to have in your 11. Mohammad Nabi, the professor. So, there's a lot of good batting there. The bowling also, by the way, don't forget, of all the changes, is very obvious. Akash Madwal is going to be their impact sub, which means then their bowling also gets a huge boost. Kurtse, Bumrah, Madwal.
Nabi,
Romario Shepherd, Piyush Chawla. That is a lot of bowling. And don't forget, I didn't even mention Hardik Pandya. That's my point. That's good bowling. Now this looks like a more balanced MI side. In fact, dare I say, it reminds me a lot of what we would say about CSK, where they had so many all-rounders that the impact sub basically was like another layer of gold paint. Is exactly what this is. This lineup is good enough even without the impact sub. Impact sub is just the cherry on top of what should be on paper a very good cake. The only problem, we're seeing the battle of the teams who won one match versus the team that's won no match.
And also, see, you're basing your luck on Suryakumar Yadav, but Suryakumar Yadav has not played a single game since December.
He's
coming back after 3 months after that ankle injury that he sustained in the South Africa series.
Yeah, but even then,
which is why, again, it on paper looks very intimidating. But I'll tell you a few names that don't really, for practical purposes, first game don't intimidate me as much. Openers set aside, given they have at least game time. Suryakumar Yadav, we don't know if he's able to hit the straps immediately.
Correct.
He can be rusty. We saw with Rishabh Pant as well. It took him time to get back into the groove. So with Surya, I will not be intimidated by Surya right now. I will be wary of Surya. It will be foolhardy of me as Delhi Capitals to not say that, Suryakumar Yadav cannot cause any harm or damage. Suryakumar Yadav, one of those players. Romario Shepherd, again, that is somebody who's been associated with the Delhi Capitals in the past, and we know how much or what all he's done in the IPL, which also isn't intimidating enough. So, if I'm looking at Mohammad Nabi as well, again, a mixed bag of IPL career. He's spent more time on the bench than in the field.
Yeah, but that's actually sadly not his fault. He oftentimes got picked by franchises who would end up using him as a backup, KKR being one of them. Didn't play a game. But I remember when he was playing regularly for SRH. He was a very effective player and also a safe fielder.
So it's a new combination. Yes, I agree with you that this combination, even without the impact sub, looks a very good lineup. And if this was the team that they were to start with, they wouldn't have been winless by now, I can tell you. For sure, 3 matches, they wouldn't have gone without.
They'd have won at least one game.
Yeah, because the GT game was a missed opportunity. I mean, Hardik Pandya's tactics there were baffling. You are out of the game in the clash versus SRH.
They outbatted you.
They outbatted you. And then the game versus Rajasthan Royals, you're both facets filled. Batting and bowling in that sense.
So today, basically, I think for both teams, this is a match that should serve as basically the catalyst for momentum. Whoever wins would then be confident that, listen, it's still early in the tournament.
It's actually, a battle of equals, the way I look at it. Because, see,
based
Mumbai with
form,
all... Yes, because if Delhi were to break, let's say, or get their second win, they wanted a team like Mumbai who don't have any confidence right now. 3 out of 3 losses for them, staring at a fourth, let's say, or trying to avoid a fourth. Mumbai, if they were to break the shackles and register their first win, they would have wanted, let's say, a team like Delhi, because Delhi won just 1 match out of the 4 that they've played so far. So it's equal, and both teams would have fancied playing against each other. Both have visible flaws. Are there really strengths over there for both the teams that we can name? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Because even from the intimidating batting that I pointed out to you, neither Rohit nor Ishan have lit up the stage so far. Okay.
Rohit's been good on 2 occasions, though, I feel.
It just starts. My problem is just starts. With Rohit, you know that you can get good 40-50 runs at a quick click. He's not been getting even 40-50. It's 20, 26.
There were 240s, I think.
No?
240s.
I think in the SRH game, didn't he hit a...
He hit a 26. Quick fire. That's my point. He's getting runs at
What about the GT game?
I think GT game was decent. But he's getting runs
or something.
Getting runs at a quick clip. But with Rohit, you can expect so much more. With Ishan also, the strike rate, by the way, is at 156 right now, which is perfectly fine. Number of runs are a bit of a
only
concern.
34 runs in 3 games.
And then suddenly, if you're looking at it, if you're Suryakumar Yadav, you're coming in at number 3, would you not want a good platform? would you not want that the openers have given you like 60 odd runs for you to then go out there and then get going? I wouldn't want to be a Sky coming in if you've had a collapse, 20 for 2. That's the worst time to be coming in because you want to play yourself into form. And with Sky, let's be fair, T20 cricket is his natural habitat.
Yeah.
I'd want him to come out 60 odd runs, then go berserk. That's where he's best. Tilak has been good. We'll take nothing away from a Tilak. Pandya, the captain, you need to see him step up, whether it be as a captain, whether it be as a bowler, whether it be as a batter. I really want Hardik Pandya. It'll be interesting to see. I want to see him take the game by the scruff of its neck. Stop being Mr. Nice Guy, boss. It doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
Don't be the guy trying to smile and kiss babies. It just doesn't work for you. Please be Hardik Pandya, the captain. Be ruthless. Now you've got the team. This team screams Mumbai Indians.
This finally tells me that Mumbai Indians and Hardik Pandya more so. I think it took them 3 games, tactical blunders, including having a Jasprit Bumrah bowl, not the second over but the 4th over to begin with. The first 2 games, 3rd game you saw that improvement happen where Jasprit bowled the 2nd and the 4th over. So you saw, pieces falling in place.
Correct.
And today it looks like a much better picture or a much better puzzle that they've been able to put together.
Yeah.
This Mumbai Indians side, of all that we've seen over the last 3 matches, is the best looking side today.
Correct. By some distance.
Yeah, but again, see, it is a clash
That's
of
the
equals.
Surya magic as well.
And it's a clash of equals. I mean, see, apart from CSK, the only other team to have beaten Mumbai 15 times or more is Delhi Capitals. At one point, Delhi had a superior head-to-head against the Mumbai Indians, but it all changed from 2020, and that is why it's very important to understand that if Hardik Pandya loses this, and if Rishabh Pant also, if he has a negative result, then the pressure will be there on both teams.
Yeah, because see, realistically, the best that say MI can do is get to 8th.
Yeah.
Because they'll get 2 points and potentially have a better NRR than RCB,
Yeah.
whose NRR is
And
plugged,
Delhi
right?
perhaps. Because Delhi, because of that 106 run loss, it's the worst. I think it's minus 1.542.
So if Mumbai win, then Delhi are
bottom then.
and RCB are 9th then in that sense. So it is not a good feeling at all. And Delhi Capitals, as I've said, they are coming off conceding 272 runs in the previous game.
The other thing, by the way, worth noting, psychologically speaking, let's talk about the psychological aspect for the both teams. Delhi inflicted by a huge loss over there, 106 runs. That bowling took a big hit that day. None of the bowlers were spared. Look at it the other way. Mumbai Indians have had no game for 1 week now.
Yeah, yes.
That gives a huge boost. So you had 3-4 days of recovery, 3 days at best of recovery to be able to get over all the runs that you saw being plundered of your bowling attack. In comparison to a team that has had proper 1 week in which players have gone to pilgrims, spots.
They went to water sport.
They've done all these things. They've done everything to rest, recuperate, be in a better state of mind. All of that has happened. Ideally, this is what you want if you're going through a rough patch.
Because see, if Mumbai win this, then you can see the mission recovery for MI at this point. Because once 5 matches they lost, they just managed to scrape through against RR in 2014.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I felt really bad for RR at that time. But here, Delhi Capitals, yet again, some injuries have not helped, but also after their game versus, you may say, Chennai Super Kings, I think it showed how bad Chennai Super Kings played. Because they allowed certain players.
It was just the power play, Siddharth. Both with the bat and the ball that Delhi dominated. And the game was pretty much done and dusted. Again with the KKR match as well, I would say. The game was lost in the power play.
Yeah. And death overs. You bowled terribly to Rishabh Pant in the death overs CSK. That's why he hit you for those runs. Otherwise, how many runs did CSK lose by? About 20, 25 runs.
In fact, for CSK, I would argue power plays has been a problem because recently, for whatever reason, they have got this obsession that only one opener should go hammer and terms.
Which has been Rachin Ravindra, but that also was for the first 2 games. After that, even Rachin Ravindra's had
Exactly.
Here, at least you got a David Warner who can go bang bang or a Prithvi Shaw that can go bang bang. In the Mumbai Indians side, Rohit Ishan, you take your pick. Then you got Tilak Verma and Suryakumar following. I think
Hardik, David, Nabi, Shepherd. On paper, this is a very intimidating lineup. It's just about, I think, how they click today. If they click, I think they're unstoppable. If they don't, then I think Delhi Capitals will fancy their chances.
Also, correct me, Tim David almost had a run a ball the previous time that they
Yeah,
played, right?
he's also someone who's struggling to, let's say, justify his billing.
I think he was pushed lower down the order in the game was SRH and then he struggled.
Yeah.
Because Hardik promoted himself and the need was not there. Hardik should have promoted himself up versus GT.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. He promoted himself up the order with SRH, which was not necessary. And in the previous game against RR, he was looking in good touch. But then after the break, when he hit that the down the ground shot and hold out, that's it. He was done by that time.
That's all she wrote. So let's take a few comments before we get into our match predictions, because the match is in fact about to get underway.
MI versus DC, and yes,
We can
Yeah.
do some predictions maybe before we take
See, no harm. We can wait for the predictions. Let's see. GGK says, finally the crowd is supporting Hardik, no boost. Am I winning? GGK, I think that's a, let's say, flawed reading of things for one very simple reason. Majority of the crowd that's there right now is the 18,000 kids.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fans who haven't yet filtered in, but I think in that regard, so far, good start. If I'm Hardik, I take it.
I take it, yes.
I'll take the confidence boost, get a win, start winning that crowd back, and then, maybe build from there.
Yep.
Anshu Mishra says, the more I see RCB for the past 2 seasons, my respect for the legend AB de Villiers increases tenfold. How that man took RCB to playoffs 7 times with Superman batting, now they are 0 without him.
But
that's actually a valid point.
It is, but even when De Villiers was there, RCB still huffed and
It was
puffed
a symptom of their malaise that they were so dependent on Kohli, Gale and De Villiers all the time.
Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in the previous avatar where it was Kohli, Gale, De Villiers. Here, O Palanhare, Nirguno Nyare in the bowling. You're on a prayer when it comes to the bowling. And DC, if you look at it, the batting is that, unfortunately. And Marsh's injury today, I'll be very interested to see how that middle order shapes up.
Yeah, because again, if you go by the batting order and they've promoted Abhishek Pural to 3, I don't know.
Is he a number 3?
Yeah, let's not go by that. Maybe a Kushagra could be 3. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, Kumar Kushagra.
Because otherwise, who's the middle order batters?
Ideally should be 3.
Yeah.
Yes. From Jharkhand, the 19-year-old. Yes. Let's see. But Delhi, I think, paid about 7 crores for him in the auction.
Lesser.
Yeah,
Not
maybe.
7.
Because Rizvi went for 8.2, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the thing.
Yes, I remember there were takers for Kumar.
Kumar Kushagra. So yeah. Predictions. Khalil Ahmed is going to bowl. Is it Rohit Sharma taking strike?
I think it would be.
Last time we know.
Left armour.
Left armour. What happened? He got out for a golden duck.
He has a good record in against Aksar, by the way.
Which is weird.
Left arm. Any variant of left arm, I think Rohit unfortunately struggles in that sense.
Okay, going by what we've seen as far as batting lineups go, I know it's all theoretical. I say MI get about 212 and win.
Okay. I'm going with 195. But day game 195. Yeah, maybe it could happen. 195 and of course Amchi Mumbai winning.
Okay. I'll go with Mumbai 189, but Delhi winning.
Of course. Any update with Kuldeep? Should we worry for World Cup? Please see GGK. It is just a precautionary measure that Kuldeep Yadav has been rested. It's a groin niggle that is there. But for the World Cup, no.
No worries as of now.
It. But then remember, certain injuries. When we look at Hardik Pandya, next week he'll be ready for the.
And then see how long it lasted.
6
to be fair, he got fit in January, but by that point the T20I series had already commenced.
Yes.
And as he said, he's saying I had no cricket to play after that.
Yeah.
Ashish Dhar said MI should win if targets more than 200. Fair.
Yep.
With the kind of booing Pandya is facing, more chances he'll not appear in T20 World Cup. What does booing have to do with anything? This way both Yashasvi and Rinku will play. Baba, he's your only pace bowling all-rounder.
You don't pick him, your balance is gone.
It's doomed.
In the World Cup final, you missed Hardik Pandya.
Again, as we've said, if you are to play Yashasvi and Rinku together in the same
then
11,
Pandya has to play.
Pandya is your 5th bowler. So
Exactly.
you are taking him, and let's not forget, until the last T20 series that India played, he was your designated captain.
Correct.
Yes.
Mayank Madan says Delhi looks more balanced today. Lalit Yadav's back and Kushagra has given a chance. Good combinations. The thing with Lalit Yadav, and I always say this, is that he always is and forever is a floater.
Yeah.
He'll just be there for 1 or 2 games and then that's the extent of it.
I remember the last season in memory.
He was the MI specialist.
Yes.
It continues.
Him and Shardul got runs against.
Shardul last season was playing for KKR.
Last to last.
Okay.
Last to last, yeah. But justice for Shardul Thakur, man. 4 crores you pay him and you don't want
You
to.
bench him.
You bench him.
Poor guy.
Seriously.
Anyway, we made our predictions.
There are players who've been paid 10 crores and are on the bench now.
But after 1-2 bad performances on the bench, na. But Shardul hasn't had a performance in IPL 2024.
Exactly.
If
Poor
he
guy,
had a-
poor guy was saying, I'm glad last 2 years weren't that great. At least last 2 years he was playing.
Thank you for shattering the illusions.
So that's the first boundary, is it?
No, the fielders there.
Good captaincy, by the way. I mean, they have kept fielders in the areas where Rohit might
Tends to
drive.
attack. Yeah.
Tends to attack, and Ishan also in that sense. So,
I'm only relieved to see Khalil have control over his bowling.
Not that windy over there, possibly.
yeah, it's very hot in Mumbai. So that's why. Thank you so much, folks. You've seen what are our predictions. So thank you. We'll be joining you for the mid innings, and then let's see who
Build
gets
up
the
to
prediction
GT versus LSG.
right.
as well.
LSG also. Yep. So from me, Harshit and Shane, bye bye. See you in the mid innings.